And good morning. It is the 25th of November, 2025, 11/2025. That means we are now exactly 30 days till Christmas. Don't miss it out. December 25th is 30 days away. Don't miss it. Don't mess it up. Don't miss it. Oh, by the way, for today, it is things you might have heard, or at least this is things you might have heard. What a Conversation Project. And we, Conversation Project, are proud to be your home. Headline news, information, pop culture references that are worth chatting about. And today, we're chatting about a bunch. You see the picture in the teaser graphic if you're watching the video version, and you see Campbell's chicken noodle soup. We will talk Campbell's soup and how soup is good food, but a slogan that may not be exactly what you want to hear maybe out there. We're not talking today, oddly enough, about Mark Kelly, who court-martialed, and we're not also talking about James Comey and Letitia James getting their cases dismissed. We have some hot takes already there that you've already jumped onto, but we have some other stories, 8 others particularly to get to today, including Candace Owens going completely crazy this time, maybe, for sure. Also, Tara Reid in a very serious situation, and Chauncey Billups, very serious situation for himself, and 5 of the stories today. Now, remind you that our headline news is not exactly free. Well, it's free to you to take in, but we do need some help to make sure we process it. So if you want to help us out, go to our website. This is a conversationproject.com, the partnership page or the sponsorship page, and maybe find a sponsor or join the partnership effort to help us do this thing here. Today's spotlight sponsor is actually free to use, and it is History is Every Day. The website we have, historyiseveryday.com, where we're going to give you history lessons every single day to get you in the know going forward. Now, in the know for the news that is history for today, on the way for the 25th of November, 2025. Let's get into it for today's news headlines, starting. Our first headline is this very sad one here as Anna Kepner's death aboard the cruise ship over the past couple of weeks officially ruled a homicide. Miami Medical Examiner lists the cruise ship death as a homicide by mechanical asphyxiation, shifting the Anna Kepler case from mystery to an active criminal investigation. Investigators say the team was found under a bed in the Carnival Horizon, wrapped in a blanket and covered by a life vest. Details that will anchor the prosecution's timeline to the actual crime. 16-year-old stepbrother is referenced in court filings as a possible suspect, but FBI hasn't named the person of interest in this case. We all keep an eye on this one. The true crime lovers and the people who want to see an answer to this story. Jurisdiction nuance matters. Crime is in international waters, brings the FBI a flag state based in the port of the state. Cruise line security has the same kind of line what's going on there. Everyone wants to know who's in charge of this investigation because everyone wants to know the answer to this one. Anna Kepler's homicide ruling is going to be a big deal going forward, and we will continually in this one. Post all the updates we can for this one, and it gets all the, as I suspect, the engagement that you guys give to these things will be on the story for quite. A Virginia high school football coach has gone missing, and it's amazing it's happening now during his undefeated season. A major search effort is expanding to figure out where he is. This is Union High's Travis Lee Turner, who vanished mid-playoff run with canines, drones, and all multi-agencies looking for his person throughout Wise County and continuing playing in to find what's going on with the interim coach who leave the team. That's not the real story. Officially confirmed Turner is on administrative leave, separate outside investigation. For 2 storylines the school wants covered distinctly. One, that the school is on a great run for football, and 2, that the coach has other issues going on. The season continues and raises questions about communication protocols and sideline leadership. Is the coach somewhere leading the team from the undisclosed location while he's on the land for what's going on? This is a odd one. This is an interesting one that as more people pick it up for a national story, essentially as the team continues on its winning streak, people kind of know what's going on. This will be one that people will want to tune into and find out about. This is why it's here today. Today's story is essentially a hodgepodge of things because we covered the politics in overnights with some hot takes on their own. But the stories we have today, as a hodgepodge of things, are kind of all over the place. Well, maybe, but as we say, these are all based on your engagement of the stories you post. So you wanted some of this, while you got this story here and others to come. Here's one. We've talked a lot of ICE, a lot, because ICE has been in the news doing things that haven't been exactly the nicest things to do, and is basically pushing the buttons of Americans across the way. ICE is now facing more backlash after this pickup, a wrongfully detained teenager, an intern in Rhode Island. Now, ICE agents stopped a Rhode Island judge's car and briefly detained a 16-year-old court intern in a mistaken identity incident after video, because they're all captured on video days. The team was released after agents confirmed his identity. State leaders blasted the detention as indefensible. Agency statement from this was that the agents were targeting a child predation suspect who resembled an intern and raising the process and training questions on rescinding the intern, i.e., he looked like he was a bad guy as opposed to he was even close. Editorial on this one is a bit dodgy because it's really easy to jump on ICE. ICE stories are really easy to jump onto right now, for the good or for ill, because ICE are for people who are pro of the immigration efforts right now. We want to see people who deserve to be pulled out, take it out, take it out. The problem is, you can see the overreach, the extreme lack of just good policing, and how just being bad at their job is showing up in ICE raids across the nation. So follow up for this one specifically, as now this young person is now essentially a spokesperson for what could go wrong. Follow ups on how this thing is going as the numbers seem to be dwindling on who being picked up, how quickly they're picked up, and the stories and where they're going is becoming more of a weird quagmire of places that don't make any sense. Why do we use Campbell's soup as the teaser graphic for today's program? Well, this man right here watching video, put his foot in his mouth, and for the food that you eat, the soup. And well, let's look at the headline. Let's read the story. Campbell's soup executive accused in lawsuit of calling company's products, quote, food for people in your quote. A new lawsuit alleges that Campbell's executive, Martin Bawley, called the soup's highly processed food for poor people and made disparaging remarks about Indian workers in the process. Because why not? The filings described in November 2024 meeting where remarks were allegedly made. Campbell has not debated what's happening, not said anything but in details, no response to anything other than in court. If verified, like if it's true, the quote is a brand safety problem that goes far beyond HR, same how they process, and stands for poor people. It is really, really bad. Expect crisis communications, not questions, to fix this very quickly. The attribution of poor people, the phrasing used in the complaint, is what makes this really, really, really bad. One thing to say, our soup isn't really great for you, it's processed, it could be healthier. Something totally different to say, this is what the poor people eat, and it's terrible, and that's why they eat it. This will be a big deal coming forward. Trust me, the Poor People's Soup campaign will start to become a real deal. As a lover of Campbell soup, I'm going to say, hey, it gets you through a tough time, and it gets you a time when you're just hungry, so deal with it. But this jerk right here is basically for all of us. We'll see how it plays out. Very quickly into the next spot, we go into Candace Owens, and I have to warn you, it may be a trigger. But for right now, let's do the pause we do every single day in this section to get your help, to get us to grow our news nation. Now, I was pleasantly surprised as I was watching CNN this morning, watch it all the time, and a podcast popped up. A person made an podcast. She's on the Q chat with Audie this morning. I watched that. It's really running right now on this thing here. And I went and looked at her and looked for a podcast on the YouTube because podcast well. And guess what? She's got clout. She's got a following. She's got people. She's got guests. And her numbers are much better than mine. So let's keep this thing going. I could be a person on the group chat with Audie Cornish or later on the arena with Casey Hunt, maybe if the time does work. But help me grow my platform here on YouTube and beyond by simply liking the product you're watching right now. ask that you actually enjoy it, or if you're a hate liker, kind of go with that as well. But like the video you're watching right here, or any of our other products we have on our other platforms, this thing's running right here live moment as I'm speaking. Replay on YouTube, on X, on Facebook. We thank you so much for being a part of that. X and Facebook allow you to follow us on the feeds of stories to be talked about in these things like this. But like us so that the algorithms will see that people like us and they'll hopefully share it more people and they'll get more there. And I will know I'm doing good stories, good bits, good commentary, and keep doing more of it. Also, share with like-minded people. They will engage as well and help us grow. And the growth part comes from subscriptions. We're looking for YouTube subscriptions because that's where we're sort of doing our benchmark. On Facebook, on X as well, anywhere you find us. TikTok, where we have hot takes as well. Our podcasts, our newsletter, which is great, easy to read. All those are places to just subscribe and be a part of the family, be part of the show, and help us grow what I call the News Nerd Nation. You've been warned. We're talking Candace Owens, and we're talking about something that, in the world of Candace Owens, crazy is kind of crazy. Candace Owens claims that the Macrons, them, are orchestrating a $1.5 million assassination plot against her. Allegedly, Candace Owens is saying that French President Emmanuel Macron and his wife Brigitte have a $1.5 million hit against her, an explosive claim offered without, as these things tend to be with her, very little evidence. No evidence that Bridget Macron is man or that she's trying to kill him. Somewhat. Allegations amplified the post that no official confirmation from either French or U.S. authorities support the assassination allegations. No FBI escorts, no people, and walking around with radios, just kind of whatever. None of this stuff is happening. Just her words. Candace Owens claims is the reference we can give because she's not presenting anything that has any factual basis to it. So moderations from the platforms have been out there, but there's plenty of people who are in the blogosphere, in the podcast sphere, in the video land, who are doing their best to break this thing down. She's got some list of some things she's heard, some things that she's kind of got into, some things people have told her that made her seem like this is going on. But a super international plot by the French president to kill her, $1.5 million total hit, is the story. And it seems like it is a story being told by Candace Owens. As we say, Candace Owens claims is the way we're framing this one because there really is nothing to say that Macrons have an assassination plot against her or anyone has a plot against her other than try to ignore and avoid her at many costs. This is a quick story that popped in this morning, and we popped it into the listing because it was just so out there. But it wants you, or we want you to basically make sure your awareness of where you are and what's going on in situations like this are key because this is crazy. Reid has been hospitalized after her drink was reportedly tampered with at a hotel. She says she blacked out and woke up in a Chicago area hospital after sipping a drink and she believes was spiked at a hotel bar. Police confirmed the 911 call for a sick person. The video showed Reid leaving the hotel in a stretcher as paramedics assisted her departure. Representative says she failed to reply to the report and is cooperating with the investigation, and specific toxicology has not been disclosed as of yet. This is interesting. The thought process of a drink safety checklist and situation awareness out in public is what is being offered for people who are following the story right now. Reid had hospitalized for what she was in her drink. This is a very serious allegation, so we're not going to make light of it. There's no fun in this thing right here. But just at a hotel, someone dropped something into her drink and she had to be escorted out to the hospital. This is something that can happen to any one of us anytime out there. So please, please cover up. We are not talking about the bigger stories that are Mark Kelly and him being war. I'm not talking about me and James getting off for the moment, although their trials can be actually refiled if a proper prosecutor can actually do it, someone who's competent. We're doing an update on the Trailblazers coach, Chauncey Billups, the Hall of Fame basketball player from the Pistons, and him and his court dealings. He pleaded yesterday not guilty to the alleged NBA gambling scheme that we've been all on the gas about, pleading to not guilty to conspiracy and money laundering charges connected to the alleged rigged poker games and broader big bet probes. Now, the big thing about this is prosecutors say high tech tables and tampered shufflers fleece victims out of millions, and Billups denies any wrongdoings. He's been pulled in as essentially a guy, a face card is what they call in the someone to bring folks in so they know they're playing with big time players, big time money, if you will, a famous guy to sit at the table with while he's being milked by mob guys who are basically he remains suspended by the team as federal cases go through with other multiple athletes involved staying in parallel with this one. Second one, one is sports betting and shaving points off of your sports bets. This one is straight up gambling and bringing folks in. It's going to be interesting to keep the two apart because there's so many players who are involved and to separate the types of things, although the mobs involved in all together. This was the culmination of years of work. So hopefully the year's work does pay off. We are very saddened that Chauncey Billups is wrapped up in this one. We hope that we can find Chauncey Billups not guilty. As he pleaded not guilty, we will see how the court evidence actually plays itself out. This is not an ad for YouTube TV. But if you want to get YouTube TV and give us a little hit, you can go to this. It's the conversationproject.com/YouTube TV, and you can go ahead and subscribe for it, get a great deal discount off of it based off our link, and we'll help you out on that one. But this is an ad for YouTube TV because it's a written ad. It's the article brought to you by Cutters, and they're saying that announcements be made with big changes, new lower cost packages, and an ESPN updated option. So after all the fighting between TV folks, that's our the new TV folks, that's YouTube TV, and the oldish TV folks, it's Disney, we get better stuff after the fallout is all down. TV is testing this cheaper genre-focused channel bundle and rolling out ESPN Unlimited access tied to its renewed deal that happened days ago. Rollout is staggered, so subscribers will report some perks and pricing seeing right now. Others will see some coming soon notices and get some things to go on. So changes in my copy for my updates for my affiliate ads will basically happen soon, and changes in the copy ads popping up on your YouTube TV will happen as they work deals out and roll it out to various places and test it to see what works, what doesn't. Value propositions is essentially what's trying to make things work together for viewers who felt left out. There were bill credits, there were add-ons popping in there. There is going to be now fewer unwanted channels each month. There are like 5 different cooking channels, which is awesome for me because I want 5 different cooking channels. But they're mixed up in a couple of weird other channels that don't make any sense. So the biggest thing you're worried about for YouTube TV is lower cost packages, which is great, and maybe an ESPN unlimited bundle, which we save you from their extra bundle going back and forth, and maybe just the fact that it's the best TV around, despite issues of not being such the best TV. As I said, we have an affiliate link at this. It's the conversationproject.com/YouTube TV, which allows you to get half off 3 months right now, and maybe get something better because they're changing these plans. Check it out. We hope that you will enjoy it. We hope that you will stay or come back if you like them because they're unfortunately, my drug of choice with TV. It costs way too much to kind of unplug them. We got 6 different accounts, all the people in the house with the DVRs. Them not having ABC for 2 weeks, missing all that football was a big deal. Now that it's fixed, let's go forward. We have a ad, if you will, our sponsor, which is affiliate link that you click and pay for, is we've had the faux ad, if you will, that was the ad for YouTube TV. If you want to check them out, get a great deal from them by going to this. It's conversationproject.com/YouTube TV. Today's spotlight sponsor is different. This one's not gonna cost you very much, although it could, but it definitely helps with the time you put into it. Historieseveryday.com is the website that I created to, do history every day. dot dot com. This is essentially where the history parts of this podcast went to because still want to do more history stuff and try to see if it can make its own and live on its own. And there's three components to this one you'll see at the website every single day. Every single day, you see history is every day newsletter. It's posted there on the website, and you can subscribe to it via email. 12 things that happened on this day in history, along with 7 people born and 7 people who were passed on this day. The shorter version and one that will talk to you, if you want that to, is the video version. The video podcast happens on YouTube with This Day in History for each and every day, which gives 3 history lessons, 3 births, 3 deaths for the day. And as we allot, and we've been trying to work on some things, and apologies for just not being quite in the right head. Our history takes are longer version pieces of history that we like to talk about because we get in the rabbit hole and want to share it with you. So check out our history takes on YouTube as well. Those are great things to get into as well. Our home on the internet, where you can find our replays, our partnerships page, our sponsorship page, and some other sort of things as well, is at this is a conversation project.com. Conversation inbox is where you get to see and talk to and chat up with me on things. Conversation project. You do it all day long if you want to, or just to chat in general is there. And our feeds that we talk about on Facebook and X, our links there, our pages there, will allow you to see this thing on live. And of course, engage in the feeds, engage in the stories we post every single couple hours to see what people talk about it. That's simple. We give you a menu of things that are trending, could be trending, happen to be trending in the news, and you, by your engagement, by topic, can tell us, yeah, let's talk about it, or no, let's not talk about it. We'll do that every single day. Happens to be the Tuesday, November 25th edition of 2025. Things you might have heard. Oh, by the way, 30 days till Christmas. Don't screw it up. 30 days till Christmas. Don't screw it up. And coming up on Monday, we're going to have a special video coming through the feed that's going to be a bit of an explanation going forward on the thing that happened on the 31st of October. The whole had a heart attack thing. So we're going to talk about what's happened in the 30 days that I've had to basically sort of reflect on that one. So I wanted to not do that for hey, had a heart attack thing. All is great, everything's better because things weren't looking, things weren't exactly sunny on the day it happened. So, in perspective wise, things are what they are. Things, life is life, and life is precious. But a little time to kind of reflect on what could have happened, could have been the end, and how things are now. The changes, big deal. So I'll have a little bit of a soliloquy, a little bit of commentary coming up. Working on it for the weekend, working on it to produce for Monday because of the time. By Monday, of course, 24 days till Christmas. I'm going to say that a lot. A lot. A lot. A lot. So, there you go. In the meantime, thank you so much for being with us for this thing here. Make sure you're here for the thing that will be our Christmas day. And just enjoy yourself. Love you. Mean it. We'll do our best to have it Wednesday. No Thursday. Maybe a Friday hot take they'll pop in here or there. But Thursday, we're definitely taking out the time. Stuff we can do on the weekend. Love you again. Mean it still. We out of here.